Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are doing an unboxing of my latest book here on my channel. Here we go. Let's start by opening up the packaging here. And here we go. Here is my Logan Campbell's Fantasy Art Epic and Whimsy Adult Coloring Book. As you can see, it's got a nice size spine on it. There you go, there's a spine. So it's not a, it's at least a pencil width. So that's a nice size spine there. Plenty of content on the inside. Now here's the back. Here's the back for you right quick to look at. And then down there's a barcode and everything else that they need for the book. And so it's a nice size book, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, it's very good size. There should be a lot of good coloring in that book. I've seen your artwork; it's very nice, very cool.
Well, thank you. A lot of the images that are on the front here are actually on the inside. It's got a matte finish to it, so it's not glossy, but it's got a nice matte finish. It's almost like a rubber feel to it. Um, the paper and the quality of it's almost like a rubberized um, feel. What do you think? Here.
It does feel nice. It's kind of smooth, but you can feel kind of like a little bit of texture.
Yeah, it's almost like a to me it feels like a latex or like a one of those latex mats.
Yeah.
All right, so then we open up the first page here. Keep in mind we have not seen these pages at all. So here's the introduction. Here's the introductory page here. That tells you what it's about. My YouTube channel. We do have some. There are bleeder sheets on the inside, which are just basically so that your pages, so that your markers or whatever don't bleed through to the pages behind. And that's very important to me to have included those, and I hope that you use them too. And here we go, the second page there. See right here, over here, the following pages are packed with over 60 pages. I believe it's like 65 or 67 pages. And so then that leads you over here to the first bleeder sheets. We recommend a bleeder sheet so that it doesn't bleed through to the page behind. You don't want to be coloring your page here and then drawing and coloring on it. You get it on the image behind. That's what these are for. That's what these bleeder sheets are for. I've never seen a comic book coloring book rather with this feature to it, but I thought it was important because whenever I'm doing my coloring for any images I do on paper, I always use what I call the bleeder sheet. That's very important to me because otherwise the papers behind it get all messed up and it starts looking like this. The sheets behind it bleed through and you get a mess. You can see right here, it goes through the back and then it gets on the other page and you get spots all over your nice image that you can't color the page behind it. So maybe even two pages, depending on if you use Copics or just markers or Sharpies. Sharpies are really bad too, and they can also get on the desk. I ruined the wood top of a desk before because it didn't have bleeder sheets. So there's actually one, two, three bleeder sheets, and for your so that you can rip them out and you can use one, and then when that one runs out, you can switch to another one. You can keep two on spare. You know, you can use two of them at a time if you need to. If you lose one, you have extras. So then that's what those are for, actually. And then we get on to the first image here. These are some of my older images that I've done. They're all pencil. They're all pen and ink. Some of them are pencil, gray tones. I decided to throw some of those in there, and most of them have a border. I decided to put a nice border around all the images. So this one's kind of like just a doodle. It looks kind of like person to me. You know, there's a head. I was just doing like an abstract person here.
It kind of looks like a fish with the tail at the bottom. You know how it kind of like
Oh yeah, I see
curves.
the fish tail. Yeah, I see that.
The abstract feet looks like a back tail fin.
Yeah, I can see it looking like a fish. I don't know. It was like a doodle fish figure. Who knows? I don't know what I was actually thinking, but to me, it kind of looks like a some sort of a figure there. Um, so that's the first one, and then of course there's not going to be anything that's on the back of these because it's just you don't want to have your marker going through that. That defeats the point of the whole bleeder sheet. So there's that first page there, and then the second page I've done on some of them where I was actually trying to teach myself how to do the style of like anime, and this is one of my designs that I did out of Japanese cartoon style. I did these back in the 90s, and they're down here in the bottom. I had a friend who showed me my name in Japanese. Actually, two different versions of Japanese. Uh, I don't remember what they were called right offhand, but
I think one of them's called kanji.
Kanji, and the other I can't remember. Yeah,
I don't know what the other one is. I want to say romanji or something like that.
Right, I have them both written down. One of them is for to notate, as far as what I was told was to notate that you're from things that are from Japan and things that are foreign to Japan.
Right.
But anyway, that's what I learned out of that venue, or these are things I did out of that. And here's another one, kind of like an anime style tigress character that I did. And this one was done in pencil, but the gray tone really worked for this piece, and it came out well on paper. But it should translate good with color too. So whenever you want to color these, just color them in whatever you want to, because it is your book. You bought it, and I just provided you with the image like any other comic book.
Is that a tavern right there?
Yeah, this is supposed to be like a tavern, a bar. There's a guy at the bar. He's just kind of chilling out, like a medieval bar. Yeah, and there's a reflection in the mirror. He's leaning up against the bar, and there's the back of his head there, and there's my crazy jelly logo at the bottom.
That's a rug.
Yeah, it's on the floor, but it's the crazy jelly logo. This one was done back in 07. Some of these go back farther than that. Here's a sword I did for the Inktober, and that one was fun. I even animated this, made that into a spinning sword. You've seen some of my other videos. Here's some studies I've done. Here's a posing figure with a sword. Here's a weird creature, like a...
It kind of looks like a cross between like a forest elk and like a fairy imp that you find in the woods.
Sure. Didn't really have anything. I just kind of made it into some sort of a elfish, impish fantasy creature. Could be 6 inches tall. Could be a really tall thing, or it could be really small. Use your imagination on that one. It looks kind of like a wild woodland creature. Then this one is a hero who's trapped in the clutches of a dragon, kind of like a crucifix, like a up on the cross, if you will. The Jesus pose, if you will. Arms stretched out and legs stretched down, and just trapped there in the clutches of the dragon. Here's my logo. Coming up at the end of this book here is my I'm Kind of Sketchy number 3 pencil logo, and that's what I have for... You'll actually see that on my YouTube channel. And then of course these are the back pages here. Color is spectral by nature, and all the gradient, saturation, balance, pigment, all that stuff. Followed by check out my other graphic novels here on Amazon. My other books available here on Amazon. My Blood Vein Salvation and my Blood Vein Purgatory book number 2. They are both available on Amazon, as is my coloring book. So I have 3 books available on Amazon. And thank you for watching. I'm Kind of Sketchy.
And I'm a son.
And we'll catch you later.